Hello and welcome back. In this video of Black Hawk Nation of trying to figure out how to make a EDU RPG, we're going to look at random encounters. So I'll scroll my screen a little bit here and we're going to click over to our random encounter. So I'll go to the beginning of that. I just changed the name. I'll change it here too to keep it different from story events. Story events we'll talk about in the next video. So a randomized encounter may be a bell ringer activity, something that happens at the very beginning of class. It could be a daily, it could be weekly, whatever it might be, but it's going to be randomized. And so we roll the dice and we see what we get. Okay. So let's look at this random encounter here. Let's say we rolled up this ogre. Now, the ogre, these sheets will be printed off and laminated, and every student, every guild will have their own paper to deal with. My thoughts at the moment is we may pre-roll and already have this distributed when class gets started, or the first kid in class might do it, something along those lines. The first kid may make the roll for the class. That way we're all kind of doing the same thing, and it's easier for me to track what's going on. We'll see and how that works out. So here in the middle, we will have a little bit of just information. It could be special conditions for the battle. It could be just story. It could just be anything really. Here I added that we'd use the question deck for the game Dr. Dreadful as the set of questions to be answered. Here is health, the monster's health, the monster's defense. Now, let's say I answered a question correctly and I rolled my damage and I rolled a 12. Well, the defense of 2 reduces that damage down to 10. And then we come down here on the health tracker and reduce the health by 10. Now, if I get a question wrong, then the monster attacks me. So here is, they get 1 attack. They have a power of 2. So as a reminder, your power is how many dice you throw, how many 6-sided dice you throw. So with power 2, they roll 2 6-sided dice. If the ogre here is defeated, the party has to split 13 gold, but everybody gets 25 experience points. After that is completed, then we look at the items. This is a random list of items to see if they get it. There's odds, so we can work in fractions and numbers and decimals and whatever else math stuff involves. But we roll for a common item a 6-sided dice. And if they rolled a 5 or 6, because that's a 2 out of 6, 5 or 6, then they go up and I have a deck of cards. They would draw one of those cards out, and that's their common item. Then the party, the guild, has to decide who gets that item. An uncommon item would be a roll of 1 out of 10. You'd have to get a 10 on a 10-sided dice. A rare would have to get 100 on a roll in a D100. Special is rolling a 20-sided dice and getting a 20. So, for example, a special item might be the Ring of Retakes, which allows you to retake a quiz or test or a homework assignment along those lines. All right, so there's the ogre. Right now I have about 45 of these guys made. Each one has some different information, different kind of setup and storylines. The idea is why we have so many pop culture references is those Bioborgs, though highly intelligent with their machine learning, aren't very creative. So they just tap into what humans have created and through books or stories or cartoons or films and turn those into the monsters that they set loose to eliminate the human race. So that's the idea for this right now. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd be happy to hear and get some feedback. Next video, I am going to cover story events. Story events will go into a little bit more detail of not just here's an attack, let's roll some dice, but gives them some choices and some options, kind of like a choose your own adventure. Very short, choose your own adventure. I think that's where most of these keywords and kind of like the deeper gameplay will come. All right. See you in the next video.